Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Riley, and I am the Executive Director of the Fredericksburg Theater Company, and I am joined by the President of the Board for the Fredericksburg Theater Company, Scott Knutson. Hello, Scott.
Hello, Steve. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
So we want to take some time to tell everybody what was going on here at FTC and all the steps that we've taken to, at our best, ensure the security and safety of everyone involved, and to let everybody know that we are back in business and we're doing what we can to move things along in this community and help out where we can as well. And well, Scott, I think I can begin by talking about our new guidelines that were adopted by the board of directors. The staff here drafted some new policies and procedures that were in response to COVID-19, and those are available for anyone to read on our website. And they were also taking into consideration the guidelines and standards dictated by the Center for Disease Control and also our state and local government. Anybody can go to those and read them. They'll see that we are taking extra precautions to make sure that the theater is as safe as possible. So we've ordered sanitizer, we've ordered dispensers for hand sanitizers, we've ordered disinfectant, we've taken procedures that are outlined in that document that explain how we're going to spray and wipe down before and after shows, how we're going to, we now have plexi shield guards in place for the ticketing area and the box office areas. Am I missing anything in describing these new guidelines that maybe people should know about?
No, Steve, I think you're 100% right. You know, we're really blessed just to be opening as a theater and as a business in the community. And with all the theaters, not only in the state, but in the country, to have a theater that is getting to open in just a few short weeks, we take that responsibility so seriously. So if we do a great job and do our job, other theaters are going to have that opportunity as well. So we spent the last 8 or 10 weeks with Zoom meetings and working on the guidelines, educating the staff, educating the volunteers. So we've done a lot on the back end, especially you, with putting everything together.
I can say that we are in place. We're only allowed to have about 25% capacity in the theater right now. So we're planning on opening Harvey still that first week in June. And we're lucky in that our county, Gillespie County, that we are able to open for business and remain within those capacity numbers. Now that means we will only have 60 seats in the house for every performance, and there will be social distancing. Those seats are spread out. And we ask our patrons if they have the option to wear masks or not, but we will have hand sanitizer in place and other options. We'll have our staff trained towards social distancing. There's very little human contact between our volunteers and the audience members. The experience is going to be different. It won't be the same as what it used to be when you went to see a show at FTC, right? It's just like going
completely different, you know, from a full house to a select few that get the tickets. And so the experience is going to be different, but the last 2 months have been different, or 3 months have been different. And it's just kind of what we've become accustomed to.
Yeah, it's just like when we go to the grocery store now, or shopping for us is different. It's just a different experience. And until things change, we just have to adapt. And I think it's important that we point out that the impact that we have on the economy here, as I've stated before online and in press releases and in our podcast, that we average about 60% of our audience is from outside Gillespie County. We bring a lot of tourists to the area. But as I can tell now, because we have Harvey tickets going on sale to donors next week, and we've already pre-booked some seats, that ticket sales are brisk. It's exciting. I get the feeling that we are going to have an audience at 60 maybe, but a full house for almost every performance of Harvey. So that's exciting to know.
That's really exciting, Steve. And, you know, the people that are fortunate enough to get tickets and come see the show, even though you're going to be social distancing and maybe less in the audience, they're going to appreciate just getting out and getting some real live entertainment. And we're grateful to get to offer that.
Now we have, as you had mentioned, we've been working like 8-10 weeks. The board of directors, the staff, everybody involved has been working on plans to keep us engaged in the community and keep the theater solvent and opening and going. We've moved all our production dates. And if anybody wants to go to our website, fredericksburgtheater.org, you can see that our production dates through the summer, we've altered those and moved them to adjust to the restrictions that were placed upon us. So we still are having auditions for Annie, and that show opens on July 17th. And we're still going to have 9 performances of that show. We're still going to do our youth program this summer, and we're going to do Disney's The Lion King Jr., and that opens August the 6th. And in September, by that time, we'll be into the fall, but we're moved Smokey Joe's Cafe. That's a fun little musical of Lieber and Stoller songs like Jailhouse Rock and Charlie Brown and Yakety Yak and all those great 50s songs. But we're going to do that on September the 11th, and that's going to be with a full orchestra in place. So we're excited that, and we're lucky that we get to do this, that we get to stay active and provide some entertainment, desperately needed entertainment to this community.
Yeah, definitely, by doing it the right way as well. And I really want to send a thank you just to, well, to you and to the staff at FTC for sure, for being so nimble and such leadership, but also to the production team of Harvey, to the staff of FTC, all the cast members being so nimble and doing Zoom meetings for the first time and Zoom rehearsals. And there's been a lot of first after going into season 24 that we've done in the last 10 weeks. And it's just going to make us better. It's going to give us more freedom to do other shows. There's some more exciting things I know you're going to talk about. But that's what's so exciting about what's going on. We can turn this negative into a positive and really advance our theater and hopefully become even not just a 4-time regional award winner, but help other theaters around the country by watching our business model.
Mm-hmm. I think so. And again, we are fortunate in that we're able to open in Gillespie County at 25%. And as these other theaters are in different areas are allowed to open their doors, maybe we're providing some kind of blueprint for them to follow as they gradually open up for business. I will say that we have been planning and working on this 8-10 weeks. And as Scott mentioned, the board has been meeting by Zoom. This has been a constant topic and something we've consistently been working on how we can stay engaged and involved. And we've also been having staff meetings. Even when we had to work out of office, our staff was working at home, preparing designs and lesson plans and other things for the rest of the complete season as we go into our 24th season. So we haven't been idle at all. We've been very, very busy.
Actually busier than we normally would have been. You know, just moving shows around isn't an easy task. It's not just us getting to do it. It's getting permission to do it. And also working with the PPP, like you got us way ahead on that. And that's something we can be proud as a business in the community, that by getting us ahead and putting us in the right position, we had 0 furloughs, 0 layoffs. Everything just kind of worked out, and it set us up to do these other shows, not normally in those time slots, efficiently in the right way. So we were able to do that. And also, what else you did by getting groceries for the community and using the costume shop to build masks or to create masks for the hospital. A lot of community outreach came out of this, and the downtime provided that.
Well, I've always believed if you get thrown a negative, you should try to turn it into a positive. Like the old cliche, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. You know, if I can, and that's what we've been trying. We've been trying to make it. We've opened a lemonade stand over here. You know, trying to do
the last
what we
23 years prepared us for this. You know, every year there's something that challenges you, especially in the theater world, the arts world, nonprofit world. And we don't run our nonprofit like a nonprofit. We run it for profit, but we want to do the right thing. We take that serious business approach by maintaining the integrity of the arts. And that's a fine line, but that put us in position to be opening in 3 weeks and selling tickets and helping the community at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And just to mention, in case someone doesn't know what the PPP stands for, that's the Payroll Protection Plan. And I know it's been in the news quite a bit. If you followed it closely, of course, there was some federal aid that was given to small businesses that so that they could stay solvent. For us, 75% of that will cover payroll expenses for a limited time for 3 or 4 months. And 25% of that we can use for operating costs, which are mainly like our utilities and also for interest on any mortgage expenses we may have. We were able, and I want to congratulate our bank, thank our bank, and Brad Harden, our banker, for helping us with that at First United Bank. We were able to effectively jump in on that in the first wave and become part of that PPP. And we were able to get some funds that are a grant to us. And that's something that's available to every small business if they quickly completed that paperwork and followed the procedures. So that was really helpful for everybody involved. And it's going to, add to our success, especially as we get through this and go into the fall. I do want to talk a little bit about what we have coming up, because I know some people, I get asked, we have phone calls here about our production calendar. Harvey is selling well. The interest in our production of Harvey is vibrant, and I anticipate those shows selling out. There's limited seating. Yes, there's 60 seats, but we have I've been overwhelmed by the support from the community coming to us about getting tickets to come see this show. And it even has us considering if there's a way that we can add performances. And I do want to say that the publisher of Harvey has given us permission to stream the performance, one performance, and we are working on setting a date for that and making that available, that our donors and Flex Pass holders and anybody that wants to purchase a ticket will be able to also watch Harvey online. And that's a first for us. We've never done anything like that.
That's what I was talking about, Steve. That's so exciting. It's a big first. I mean, if you're a donor or want to purchase a ticket and get to sit at your house and watch a show, that's a pretty, we wanted to get out there. And then I appreciate you, Steve, for working with the Harvey production team and letting us do that. And them letting us do that is a big deal. It's a big win. We want to do something for the donors who don't feel comfortable yet. So we did the streaming service, and then the other ones that feel comfortable, they want to get out. So we're able to help both sides of the fence, and that's a unique position.
Now, the production calendar we have coming up beyond Harvey, I've already mentioned the other 2 shows for the summer, but we have a special events calendar that goes through the fall. And we have slated the Guadalupe Dance Company. They're coming in August the 21st with their flamenco show. We also have Bonnie and Clyde, a musical comedy that's performed by a company called Texas Comedies. They're coming in September the 4th. And then finally, within November, we have Jason Williams, the star and one of the playwrights of Greater Tuna. And he's going to be here for 2 nights, November 7th and the 8th, doing his brand new one-man show.
That'd be fun.
Yep, it'll be hysterical. But all those events as planned are going to happen. I can guarantee that right now. I have not heard from any of these companies. We'll see what happens and what the government will allow as time marches on. But we have no plans to alter or move those dates. And those companies are still planning on coming here and performing at the Fredericksburg Theater Company.
That's so exciting, just to keep the momentum and the positive momentum and work through this pandemic and get it open. I think the first night or every night of the show is going to be a special night for the people that are in it. They get to see a show. They get to look around the auditorium and see other people, not closely, but they'll see them and enjoy being outside of the house and getting some great entertainment. And I think the cast and the production team is going to look back and say, we made history. And that's literally what we're doing.
I can tell that the cast for Harvey is very excited and they want to get out there. They're anxious to perform. I mean, this show's been rehearsals, extended rehearsals because of the delay. So they're ready to do it.
Yeah, I bet so. I bet they are. And they're going to be the first cast and once again, production team to stream their show from FTC to, to Zoom meeting, to Zoom, and then go on the stage. I mean, it's going to be a great transition.
Yep. And I if anybody has any questions about our policies or procedures, what our plans are going forward, please go to our website. That's fredericksburgtheater.org. Or they can call the theater box office. We'll be glad to talk to them. That number is 888-669-7114. That plan, though, is available to download. We put it out there. We want everybody to see what we are doing, what we have planned. So just go to our website. It's right there on the top of the home page. You can click on the link, download our policies and procedures, and find out about what we have going on here at FTC. Scott, I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Did we miss anything?
Thank you, Steve. No, I think we hit on everything. I'm excited to be a small part in everything we're doing here at the theater. And it's just a really, it's a scary and sad time in a way, but it's really an exciting time. It's going to propel us to that next level. And to see the people working and driving by the parking lot, to see cars in the parking lot again, is really refreshing. And thank you, Steve, for everything you do for the theater.
Well, I want to thank you, Scott, and I want to thank the board of directors for the Fredericksburg Theater Company. They have been wonderful. They've been very supportive, and they have been very engaged and active in what we have going on here. And again, I hope to see all of you here very soon at the theater. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Steve.